Thank you for taking a little time today to check out Conquest Graphics Web to Print Design Portal. Some people call it uh, print on demand, these sorts of things. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a very basic web to print program for a business card. I'm going to use our business card as a demonstration and just kind of go from there. So first thing, when you hit the design portal, you'll have a username and a password. With the username and the password, you can pass on the credentials of the individual logging in. So if we pre-populate the user information with names and addresses and titles and things like this that you would have on a typical business card, that information can flow in, and you can give the person an ability to approve or maybe alter. In this case, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you a form fill business card, and we're just going to type in the information and go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my credentials to get going here and log in. All right, so as soon as you log in, what you're going to have is the different products that are in the system. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the Conquest Graphics business card. First thing that you're going to do is put a description, especially if you have lots of employees or this is a very frequently ordered item. It makes a whole lot of sense to put a description in here because the description is going to follow the project through completion. So when somebody receives this file, they're going to know, in this case, it is Kathy Hardy's file. So after we name it, we move on to the next thing. Now the template, which typically what we take is InDesign templates. They flow. We have an Adobe InDesign engine that runs on our website. So that's how we prefer to get files in. If you don't have that, we can always convert them over, but that's usually the best thing to start. And in this case, we have a couple of offices, and so Kathy works out of the Richmond office, so we're just going to put that there. We're going to go ahead and put Kathy's name in, her title, and her phone numbers. A couple things I want to show you here with the phone numbers are, as we type the information, it goes over in here, and based on our InDesign template, it's going to use the correct fonts. It's going to space everything correctly. You know, things are going to be highlighted. However, is the design elements that you've created, they're going to eventually show up over on this side. Business cards with phone numbers can be a little bit problematic because a lot of people change or alter the way that they have a personal preference, let's just say, to the way that they have their phone numbers. They parentheses, dots, dashes, these sorts of things. In this case, we like to have the area code with a space and then the number with a dash in between it. As you see over here, I did not put the dashes in. I didn't put the spaces. It just did this. If I were to put dots over here, some people like to use dots, it's still not going to matriculate over here. The cell phone is a optional field. So if I delete the cell phone out of here, what you'll see is the whole field will go away. However, office and main, those are fixed. And these are just sort of things that you have to consider when you're doing or putting this stuff together, which ones have to be in there, which ones don't have to be in there, and those sorts of things. Another kind of cool feature that we can do is just putting in the prefix of the email address. We have a pretty long URL with conquestgraphics.com, so all we have to do is type in the prefix part, and the @conquestgraphics.com is put in there. We also have pearls that we use to allow our customers to hit the space, and has all of our contact information, and the www.conquestgraphics.com/, that's already in there, hard-coded, and we just append Kathy to the end of it. All right, so with our card, we also have a backside. We have a pretty advanced feature on the back of this card. If you were to pause this demonstration right now and scan this in, this QR code actually will add Kathy's information to your contact information on your mobile device. These sorts of things are pretty cool design elements, and they're done on the fly, which makes things really easy. So at this point, once we've designed it, we can add it to our cart, and this will kick off a bunch of other automated processes and other sort of decisions that we're going to have to make. Like, how is Kathy now going to approve this card? Does HR approve it? Marketing approve it? Does the supervisor approve it? Those sorts of things. So those are the kinds of questions that we have to have answered in order to set up the workflows that would happen after this. and eventually they would hop onto the whatever the e-commerce site is. The design would already be created, and they could do the product transaction at that point. So that's basically how it works. If you have any questions, please give your rep a call. Thanks.